So welcome back, guys. I am a long way away from the camera here, but I wanted to try to get the creek in this shot. So on the last video, we cut up quite a bit of white oak boards or planks, and this was a special project that I had in mind. For as long as I can remember, I have wanted to have some kind of a little bridge across this creek right here, not just a footbridge, but a bridge that could support the weight of the Jeep. And that's what I want to do today. So if everything goes well, by the end of this video, I'm going to have a little bridge spanning across this creek right here. It's going to be very simple, just some telephone poles and some white oak planks, maybe some gravel to do a little bit of a foundation so it doesn't sink when it gets soggy down here. And yeah, that's the plan. That's a special project. Let's get to it. But first, we've got a few obstacles in the way. We need to get this tree out of the way, or at least cut it to make a path through it. And we've got a few saplings as well. So let's clear a path to the bridge site and get to it. What kind of fish are you going to catch?
I don't know.
Now hold that real still, okay? You want to try that? You got to push the button.
What button?
Hang on. Yep, now sling it with the button pushed. Oops. Let me see it. You ready? Alright, hold on to it and watch that cork.
It's not in the right spot. It needs to be way out there.
Well, unfortunately, the fish were not biting today, but we did have a good time for a few minutes down there. What I'm going to have to do is get these telephone poles down there to the creek, but there's no way I can keep them in the grapple while I go through the woods. Everything will be too wide and I'll never make it. So I'm going to have to drag them straight just behind the tractor. So I'm going to use this little loop back here on the box blade and just kind of try to cinch these two poles together. See if I can just drag them down. Let's give it a try. Wow. What you doing, man? Are you testing it?
I'm testing it.
Okay.
Yeah. Wider than that.
It is. But look, I'm digging a hole right here to put the post down into. Ha. Yes, perfect. think there's a root there.
What's that, Dad?
Uh-oh. Looks like you're going to have to stay down here forever.
No, hope.
No, I think you got to stay. That's a kid trap.
Dad, I know that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Watch your hands.
There, we did it.
Very good. Well, guys, it's not quite perfect, but I think it's going to serve its purpose really, really well. These two posts going across the creek. The span here is only about 8 feet or something like that is unsupported. So I think it'll be very, very strong. Definitely strong enough for the Jeep. My plan was to put those rocks kind of up under this right here, but I'm just not sure that it's necessary. It seems like it's got a pretty good foundation as it is. So I think what I'm going to do is put some planks on it and see what happens. I don't know that I've got enough planks. We'll see if we can gap those planks just a little bit to stretch them out some. So let's go grab some planks and we'll see how it turns out.
And a little bit of gravel. My feet.
You don't like that?
Whoa, that's a deep part.
What are you doing, Betty?
Playing in the creek.
Well, guys, here it is. I really didn't want this wide of gaps in there between those boards, but I really just kind of ran out of boards. So not quite exactly what I wanted, but it'll do the job. I really just wanted it to get my Jeep across the creek right here, and I think it'll do it. I was going to get a shot of me sitting on these boards, but that's got motor oil on it, so I'm not going to do that. So at this point, it's kind of the testing phase. Let's go grab the Jeep. And I really don't think there's going to be an issue with the weight on the Jeep. The span here is like 10 feet or something. I think it'll be fine. Let's go grab the Jeep and try. All right, guys, here we go. First test of the new bridge across the creek. I have my wife with me to call the paramedics. Let's just see what happens. What could possibly happen? All of a sudden, the Jeep feels really, really heavy. Guys, successful project. It was just, I made it out of the junk I had laying around, some telephone poles and some white oak logs, and that was it, and it works great. I've always wanted, there's 2 fields on either, beyond either of these hills right here, and I've always wanted to be able to go from kind of one field to the other across the creek, but I've never really been able to because there's no bridge here, and I've always had to go all the way around across, but it's a real first world problem. I always had to go around the other side of the property across the dam, but now I've got a much straighter shot between the 2 fields, so I'm excited about that. This project cost a little diesel fuel and time, I guess, and it works, so super happy about it. Thank y'all for watching this video. I will see y'all on the next one.
Thumbs up.